Hello, my wise elders. Welcome back to this great channel. Have you ever considered that your favorite breakfast might be secretly undermining your health? For many of us, eggs are a cherished comfort food, evoking memories of family gatherings and relaxing weekend mornings. Yet, there's a hidden truth you should be aware of. The other foods you eat with your eggs could be transforming a nutritious meal into a quiet danger. You may believe you're making healthy decisions, but certain food combinations can be more damaging than you think. In this video, I will uncover 4 common food pairings you must avoid with eggs to protect your health and longevity. These combinations may seem harmless or even traditional, but once you understand the science and real-world consequences, you'll see why experts caution against them, particularly for those in their 60s, 70s, and 80s who want to live a long and vibrant life. Stay until the end, because I won't just list what to avoid. I will explain why these pairings are problematic, how to spot risky choices in your own diet, and the practical steps you can take to safeguard your heart, digestion, and overall well-being. By the end, you'll know which combinations to eliminate, how to modify your favorite dishes, and how to keep your meals on a healthier path. Let's begin. Eggs and processed meats. A risky star. One of the most popular breakfasts in America pairs eggs with bacon, sausage, or ham. While this is a classic combination, for those of us who have seen our bodies change with age, this duo demands serious attention. Combining the protein and healthy fats in eggs with processed meats can quietly damage the health we're trying to preserve. Processed meats are packed with sodium, preservatives, and chemicals like nitrates. When these substances interact with the natural compounds in eggs, they create an internal storm. For instance, the nitrates in processed meats can react with amino acids in eggs, forming compounds linked to a higher risk of heart issues and certain cancers. While one breakfast might not seem harmful, it's the daily routine that accumulates over time, straining your arteries and increasing the risk of high blood pressure and heart attacks. Consider Robert, who is 72 and always believed a plate of eggs and sausage was a perfect meal. It wasn't until he began struggling with high blood pressure and midday fatigue that his doctor suggested he reevaluate his diet. By swapping the sausage for avocado or sautéed spinach, Robert felt lighter, his blood pressure improved, and he experienced greater mental clarity. The problem extends beyond nitrates. Processed meats are high in saturated fat, and when combined with the cholesterol in eggs, this places a heavy burden on the heart, especially as we age and our arteries become less flexible. The high sodium content can spike blood pressure and cause fluid retention, leaving you feeling bloated and tired rather than satisfied and energized. Some may argue that they've eaten eggs and bacon for years without issue. That may have been true when we were younger, more active, and had faster metabolisms. But our bodies change. What was once easy to digest can now lead to indigestion, chest tightness, or mental fog. Choosing a better partner for your eggs is a simple yet powerful way to protect your heart and add years to your life. Fresh vegetables, whole grain toast, or a handful of berries can provide the satisfaction of a hearty meal without compromising your health. Enjoying your food should never mean gambling with your well-being. Ask yourself at breakfast, is this meal fueling my body for the long term, or is it contributing to wear and tear that will catch up with me? Small, consistent changes are the key to a stronger, healthier future, one that allows you to enjoy life on your own terms. 2. Eggs and refined sugar. The hidden danger. Many of us recall fond family breakfasts where eggs were served alongside pancakes drenched in syrup, waffles, or pastries. While this feels comforting and nostalgic, pairing eggs with refined sugar creates a metabolic storm within the body, a danger that often goes unnoticed, especially as we age. On their own, eggs are a nutritional powerhouse, providing steady energy, promoting fullness, and helping to stabilize blood sugar. However, introducing a large amount of sugar to the meal changes everything. Combining simple carbohydrates and refined sugars with your eggs causes a rapid spike and subsequent crash in blood sugar. This forces your pancreas to overwork and encourages your body to store excess fat around the abdomen, a common concern for those over 60. Take Susan, for example. At 68, she used to eat 2 eggs with jelly-slathered toast and a glass of orange juice. It seemed like a balanced meal, but over time, she noticed her energy would crash by mid-morning. leaving her feeling jittery and irritable. Her doctor explained that the sugar in the jelly and juice, combined with the eggs, was causing wild blood sugar swings, increasing her risk for cravings, mood swings, and even diabetes. The science is clear. Mixing eggs with a high dose of refined sugar triggers an insulin flood. Over time, this can lead to insulin resistance, a root cause of type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and cognitive decline. For seniors, whose bodies are less efficient at processing sugar, this combination is particularly risky. You might think, I've eaten this way for years, so why change now? The answer is that our metabolism slows with age. The body becomes less forgiving, and a once innocent treat can now lead to weight gain, inflammation, and persistent fatigue. You may experience more aches, brain fog, or stubborn belly fat, often the hidden consequences of sugar-laden breakfasts. The good news is that you don't have to sacrifice sweetness entirely. Opt for whole fruits instead of syrup or jam. Add a sprinkle of cinnamon to your eggs, or choose unsweetened tea or coffee. These simple swaps help stabilize your blood sugar and provide sustained energy without the crash. 3. Eggs and soy milk, a problem for digestion. A growing trend, especially among health-conscious individuals over 60, is to pair eggs with plant-based alternatives like soy milk. Whether to reduce dairy intake or try something new, this combination can backfire, interfering with your body's ability to digest and absorb essential nutrients. Eggs are complete protein, packed with vitamins and minerals like choline, which supports brain health. Soy milk, often praised as a high-protein dairy alternative, contains its own set of nutrients. On the surface, they seem like a perfect pair, but when consumed together, the story changes. The issue is that soy contains natural compounds called trypsin inhibitors. These substances, which protect the soybean in nature, block the enzymes your stomach needs to break down proteins, particularly the proteins in eggs. This means your body struggles to access the full nutritional benefits of your meal, leaving you with less nourishment than you intended. Digestion is another concern. Many seniors experience slower or more sensitive digestion. The combination of eggs and soy milk can increase bloating, discomfort, and heartburn. The proteins and anti-nutrients in soy make it harder for your stomach to process both foods, leading to a feeling of heaviness after eating. Consider Frank, who is 75. He switched to soy milk with his eggs to help manage his cholesterol. After a few weeks, he felt unusually tired and mentally foggy. Upon his doctor's advice, he swapped soy milk for almond milk, which doesn't interfere with protein digestion. Within days, his energy returned and his morning fogginess lifted. Consistently missing out on key nutrients like protein and choline can, over time, slow muscle repair, weaken your immune system, and affect memory and focus. For seniors determined to maintain their strength and independence, this is a risk not worth taking. If you prefer a non-dairy beverage with your eggs, try almond, oat, or coconut milk instead. These options act the same inhibitors as soy. If you enjoy soy milk, have it at a different meal, separate from your eggs, so your body can fully benefit from both foods. Every dietary choice you make adds up. By understanding how even healthy foods can clash, you take control of your well-being and set the stage for more vibrant years ahead. For eggs and raw onions, a surprising combo. Eggs and onions are a classic duo in dishes like omelets and scrambles. Most of us have prepared this combination, thinking the added crunch and flavor is a healthy choice. However, eating eggs with raw onions can trigger digestive and nutritional issues, especially as our systems become more sensitive with age. Raw onions are rich in sulfur-containing compounds, which give them their sharp taste and aroma. These compounds interact powerfully with the proteins and fats in eggs, interfering with your body's ability to digest and absorb nutrients. This can lead to indigestion, bloating, and even nausea for some. Helen, who is 80, loved adding raw onions to her egg salad. While she had no problems when she was younger, she recently began experiencing stomach discomfort for hours after her meal. Her doctor explained that as we age, our production of digestive enzymes decreases, and our gut becomes less resilient. The sulfur compounds in raw onions make the stomach work harder to break down both foods, often resulting in upset or heartburn. Furthermore, these compounds can bind to certain vitamins and minerals in eggs, such as B vitamins and iron, making them harder for your body to absorb. Over time, this can drain your energy levels, leaving you feeling fatigued and less resilient. For seniors aiming to maintain their strength and mental sharpness, this hidden nutritional drain is significant. There's also a social aspect. Eating raw onions with eggs can cause persistent bad breath, which can be embarrassing and may discourage socializing. For those who live alone or already face isolation, anything that hinders connection with others is a serious concern. This doesn't mean you have to give up onions altogether. Cooking onions transforms their chemical structure, breaking down the harsh sulfur compounds and making them much easier to digest. Sautéed onions in your omelet will enhance the flavor without the negative side effects. The key is to listen to your body. If you feel uncomfortable or sluggish after eating eggs with raw onions, try a simple switch. Protecting your health as you age isn't just about the foods you eat, but how you combine them and how those choices make you feel day after day. As we conclude, I encourage you to reflect on your lifelong eating habits and recognize that even small adjustments can lead to significant improvements in your health and vitality. The combinations we've discussed, eggs with processed meats, refined sugar, soy milk, and raw onions, might appear innocent, but each has the potential to quietly erode your energy, especially as you get older. What was most surprising to you? Did you recognize any of these pairings from your own kitchen? Perhaps you're already making some of these changes, or maybe you're now inspired to try something new after learning how everyday food interactions can either support or hinder your health. This isn't about fostering guilt or fear, but about empowerment. The more you know, the better choices you can make for yourself and your loved ones. Eating well involves not just the foods you select, but how you combine them and how those decisions make you feel. Not just today, but for years to come. As you prepare your next meal, I hope you do so with renewed confidence and curiosity. Trust yourself to understand what your body needs, and don't hesitate to make a simple swap. It's these small, mindful choices that accumulate into a life of health and fulfillment. Thank you for spending this time with us today. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned and how you apply it in your life. Your comments inspire us to keep going. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to Elderly Wisdom Tips and share. Your support makes it possible for us to continue creating content that informs and uplifts. We appreciate you watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.